Good afternoon, everyone. We will start the session today. We checked already the attendees. The critical attendees are already here. So I think we can start. And the session is also recorded. Anjali, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Anjali Gupta, and I'm from SCP. I will be walking you through the investment project scenarios today. We have already seen some part of it in the and we will see this entire scenario end to end.
Sorry, this is Anna. I cannot clearly hear whoever's talking right now. Can you go closer to the to where the mic is?
Password you.
Session and something which has been completed and something which we could not still cover that we will shorter to it. Then there will be a process flow for the investment projects, end-to-end scenario starting from the project creation to the project settlement to an AUC. Then we're going to do the system demo. And towards the last of the session, there will be open coded questions and answers.
Anna here. Just have a question because I joined the sprint earlier for M2C, and in their agenda was very specific to do a demo or sprint for Laguna and Estate Water only. So there were no representatives from E-Zone other than from Finance and Tax. That was organized in that manner because there was a request from the prior sprint to do a specific demo for NES. Was there a similar request from prior sprint for PSMM uh, tracks?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So we
Uh,
have already the objective for the session. This session is targeted only for East Zone. Tomorrow we're going to target the non-East Zone audience and we're going to cover the investment project scenario today.
okay, so this is just for E zone, and then there will be a session for non east
Tomorrow, yes. We
for
have to.
tomorrow. Okay. So, and we checked our participants today. Everyone is just E zone.
Is that?
Ma'am will ask the ones invited from London. They can just lead the call and attend the tomorrow session. So we will attend this only from Zoom. Thank you.
Okay. And then just a request for SAP teams. Can you tell PMO if you are not, if you are targeting like E-zone only or non-E-zone only, or if it's for both groups, the sprints that you will be conducting going forward, so that we can identify the proper participants.
Yes, Anna, Anil. So the objective of each of these meetings were communicated in advance, and this session was specifically for each round. That was clearly communicated.
Okay, so it was missed out by RPM then.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Maybe
ma'am.
it's missed, or I think it's
Yeah.
given.
It's my Anna, there are that I overlooked. Supposedly we already streamlined the attendees. There are some that we forgot to delete in the
Yeah.
attendees.
Yeah, I was also surprised earlier that it was just for NES. The session was just for NES. So let's just be mindful when we send out the invites. Okay, you can go ahead now.
Thank you, ma'am. So this was the feedback from the state one, but we have demonstrated in the state one, and there was some feedback. Coming over there in the state one demo, so this was the feedback for me to change the description for the project profile. So this has been done.
Sorry, is the size? How come it doesn't fit the screen? And are you going to give us an overview of the process? You're just starting with feedback from Sprint 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Just a heads up. Be mindful of time. You need to do it in 20 minutes.
Yes.
Feedback and the process question.
Yes. So we change the description of the project profile. This is done. Then we were asked to change the description of the project types as well. This is also done. Earlier we had profit center defaulted at the project level, and it has been requested to not to default at the project level, but it will be manually entered at the WBS level. So this change has already been done. Then again, it has been requested to make the cost center as a mandatory phrase. This request is also taken care. And our next request was to hide the certain fields on the project and WBS screen, which were not necessary. I have hidden a couple of the fields, not each and everything I have hidden. I would like to get a feedback from the MWC. So if it looks okay and what you feel is not necessary, we will hide further more fields. And person responsible, they were not there in the sprint one. They have been added now. You can check this. And there was a request from Robbie sir to add a custom table for the custom fields headline, subheadline 1, subheadline 2, so that they can be easily maintainable and they don't have to depend on the development team to add the entries in these tables. So now we have a custom table and it can be maintained by the IT team itself. The release status, we had to remove from the custom statuses. Then there was a request for the transactions allowed or not allowed at the NOPA status. So what has been requested to allow only the retention during the NOPA and no other transaction should be allowed when the NOPA status is set at the project level. So this is still in progress, not done yet. So we may see it during the next cycle or during the system integration cycle. There was some validation requested to check project type at WBS element coding mask. So that is done. Then again, there was a request to validate if the L1 WBS is not account assigned. All other lower level WBS can be account assigned, but level 1 cannot be an account assigned WBS element. This request is also taken care. Then before the material group, again taken care. Lean service procurement. This is in progress. We wanted to demonstrate it today, but because of some constraint, it's not working. And I will say it is in progress, so we won't demonstrate service procurement today. However, if you would like to see a manual PR for services, that we can do. But if we would want to trigger it from the PS, that will not be possible today. Ms. Anna, as we had requested the process flow, what we would like to see, I have to enlarge the screen a little bit. For the participant attending from the room, I have to enlarge the screen. So this is the process flow which was decided during the explore phase. As a project analyst, first we set up the project and update the project structure. I will go to each role in detail. As a project analyst, we set up a project and update the project structure. Then once a project analyst has created the project, then a project financial control will come into action, and he or she is going to assign the budget to the project and will monitor the budget as well.
Sorry, can you it's hard to with the zooming in and out. It's kind of hard to follow. Not I can't see the left side. So who's performing? You. Is this the start? Are we starting from the very beginning?
For the business requirements.
Anjali, are you there on the call? Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you, Rupali, just now.
Yeah, because I'm not able to hear Anjali.
Same here.
Yeah.
Ma'am Amanda, Ma'am Rupali, I see here on the screen na naka-PPM. Do we
Yes.
want to change it since
Yes,
it is called
sir.
PPM? Or
Yes,
or-
Sir Robbie. So this is from SDD. So what we this is already since signed off, and what we discussed is we will
Yeah.
put our process flow from Signavio here. But what we will do is that we will change that process because now we have descoped the PPM. But our scenario for project will start from our business case creation and approval outs. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, once we
No, I'm just
finalize this
thinking if we
process,
want
we
to
will again
remove it.
redo. Yeah, we will remove it.
Okay,
We will remove
okay.
it. Yeah.
So
We
it's
will
just a
recreate this
versioning,
project.
So a version.
Yeah.
Okay, so a version with the PPM, we are still going to have it. No, we have a copy with the PPM.
Yes. So
Okay.
that's a signed
just
version which is
don't want
submitted
to
to
lose it.
MWC.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a signed version which is with MWC. Once we firm up this process, we will
Okay.
recreate this process. Wherever there are changes in all the processes, we will recreate all those processes so that you have the final copy of processes. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
So just frame it. Just help us understand better. Where does the process start as you walk us through the process flow?
Miss Anna, I think Anjali, can you just walk us that process? That first it will create a business case which will happen outside SAP. Once business case is created, it will go through an approval process of one app where it will be approved. Once approved that business case, then project analyst will create a project definition in S4. So our process in S4 will start from project definition creation in S4. Once approval already happened outside of S4. So this is very big diagram. Go to the next slide where you have yeah. So Miss Anna, our process in S4 will start from creating of a project in system.
And assumes pre-approved business case
Yes,
already.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So that's our where we will start. So this will
And
be
this
taken care.
PS analyst for eZone is from Samji. Robbie.
Yep. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes po yung nandito sa NTBC from Samji.
Nandito sila, ma'am.
Okay.
Sa room.
Yeah. So once its project definition is done, Anjali, can you go to the next? What is the next step?
Next step is the project financial controller. As soon
Yeah.
as the project is set up by the project analyst, project financial controller will come into action and will assign the budget to the project. Once the financial controller has assigned the budget to the project team member can release the project and assign the materials which are required on the project, or the services, or the external activities which are required on the project can be started.
Hold on. So
Basically PPM also.
sorry.
EPPM is Miss Anna, we don't have EPPM in core S4. So that's
not in
complete-
core.
No,
Okay.
not in core.
So that means where are we going to maintain capex budgets?
In PS now.
No, but in PS, but only okay. As we assign budgets to approved projects, essentially.
Yes, ma'am. Di cost lang po yung sa PS.
Yeah, so the same as how we're doing it.
Yes po. Kasi we don't have PPM anymore
Mm-mm.
para paglagyan ng buong RR.
Okay, so the RR budget is maintained outside,
It will, yes po.
same as current.
Yes po.
Okay.
So once the financial controller has assigned the budget in PS, the project team member can come in application using
You're mute. You're on mute. Jing.
Sorry, napundot ko po.
Okay, so no question from Jing. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. The project team member can release the project and can start the execution with the requesting the materials, requesting the external activities, or requesting the service activities. And for direct expenses, they can directly post the cost on the project as well. So all these activities will be performed by the project team member. Once the request for material has been created by the project team member, it will be passed on to a project controller procurement. They can check if the request is it for a stock material or a non-stock material. If it is a stock material, then the goods issues will be done for the network. If it is a non-stock material, then it can go ahead with the direct procurement route.
Did we already? Oh, sorry. For the people in the group, if you have questions as we go through, I know it's just we're still in the overview of the process, but if there are questions, just raise them. That's That's also one of the reasons why we're having the demos. In that note, have we already resolved the issue on when to charge capex projects budget? Is it at goods receipt or at goods issuance? Because my request is to consume budget at the time of receipt.
We are curious with you on the others. Why the existing process now is once you now.
It's not resolved yet.
Ma'am, this is Jing. I think the SE is slow approval. So the create and accept. The accept will post the actuals.
I don't think so, ma'am. It's not yet resolved at this point.
Not yet resolved.
Not yet, ma'am.
Okay, but we do have to resolve that quickly.
Yeah,
So
we-
what do
we
we
do
need
po.
to do to resolve it? Because right now the assumption is the usual goods issuance.
Yes po. Opo. Ang mangyayari lang kasi with this flow kapag, I mean, we'll treat the material as non-stock. So kapag no siya, it will create a PR.
Mhm.
Yes, charge po siya. But may sinat kami ni ma'am. We set a meeting. We set a meeting, ma'am, next week ba yun? Recall niya po yung project stock, receive as project stock and issue against that one. Meron doon. Pag-uusapan pa namin, ma'am.
Robbie, just be mindful of
Yes.
the timing for SAP. So not
Yes.
sure whether next week is still good, but just make sure you're aligned with SAP
Sige
on
po.
timing.
Yes.
If we need to accelerate the resolution, then have PM help us organize. PM, please track what are open, and not just track, but ensure that you make the meetings happen, and that in those meetings, the resolution is actually identified, and the issues are resolved. So don't stop until the issues are resolved, essentially. We need you to help us track, and we need you to help us make sure that the issues are resolved, not just tracking.
Yes, Miss Anna.
Okay, so this is one issue na matagal na. So you may go ahead, but take note, we have an item to resolve here regarding when to consume budget.
Miss Anna, I just want to is this? I think that's already aligned with S4. That Feni, can you confirm on how
Not
SAP
aligned.
does?
We already that's an open item that Kenneth has been it's been on Kenneth's open item list for a while now. That's why I'm also asking that our team to accelerate resolution.
Okay. I think this was from once the project is completed, at that point where you want to have that budget to be, because it was the procurement happened against one project, then you want that budget should also be consumed against that budget, that project. Is that the same point? Once the project is completed, so you have lot of inventory.
Not when the different. It's really just my concern is that we buy we have like BOQs or bill of materials for approved projects, and then we give instructions to procurement to start procuring them once the business cases are approved. So when you procure, once you receive, it should already be tagged and dedicated and the budget consumed at the point when the materials or the services are when the materials are received.
I think that's also the how SAP work. But again, we can check.
No,
I can check with. Okay.
it's upon issuance. That's when
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can discuss this along with Kenneth. When you just take a note of this point also, like
Yes.
from your side. Yep. Yep. We will align with Kenneth. What's ask?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll join that, Ma'am Rupali. I can.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a way. There's a way. I need to talk to you also.
Okay.
For that item, the material report for the project in says this project member. I think current is still with I know yes. So this is still the same. You say project member input. Clarify this before the term is project. Which project management?
No, the-
different
The analyst, the one who created the first step.
was analysts. Analysts. So currently, the material required for the project, the input to SPP is still the project. Still the project. Aligned with this. So as we have seen, like procurement, during the procurement, we do the stock material and warehouse clerk will issue the stock materials to the project network. And if it is a service procurement, then the service will be procured. And if it is a direct procurement, then purchaser can do the direct procurement. At any point in time, if it is required, the budget is not available, sufficient budget is not available on the project for the procurement or do the direct expenses on the project, a supplement budget can be requested and the proponent can request for the supplement budget. Once it is approved on one app, a budget request will be submitted and it can be updated in SAP as soon. Are we okay with the process flow?
The variation order here, this also encompasses subsequent variation orders.
Yes.
So
yes,
in general, all variation orders. Yeah, do we have did we have that clearly set out in our processes? Cha?
Yeah, but I also have a question here actually on the variation order because the approval, Penny, can you zoom in please on the variation order? The approval in one app should come before the request for the supplemental budget itself. So the request for variation order and then comes the approval in one app and then the supplemental budget or the budget adjustment in SAP.
So I guess make this box a predefined process, the variation order. And then that process is all outside SAP.
This process is outside SAP now. This is one app.
Yes.
This is not in SAP.
But supplemental budget is in SAP. So one approval should come before the supplemental budget.
Yes, ma'am. Before you assign it to an SAP, it shall be approved outside SAP. and then once it is approved, then you assign in a
Question, you on the left portion.
I think siya is mentioning the approval one app, the box of the approval one app should come before the request for
Okay. Once the request shall come, once the request has come, then you will approve.
So, but I guess this request is outside, so it's coming from us, it's outside SAP. So technically, these two boxes, the request for supplement and the approval of one app is outside
It's
SAP.
outside the city. So that's why they are like, you see this, I think these are manual steps.
Okay, because the process of, after the approval, the input of the budget, once approved, is within SAP.
Is being done. So you see, these are the manual steps. So once it is approved, then the project financial controller can assign the supplement budget. Are we clear of the process flow? Shall we go ahead with the system demo now? In Senator. So,
Oh,
management.
okay. So it will variation order.
Related to variation order. What shall we change here, ma'am? Probably I'm not clear on
Can
that.
you, who can state the required changes for SAP?
I think for the variation order, we're okay because the boxes here are tagged as manual outside SAP, so there will be because the request for supplement budget is outside SAP. So once that's triggered, we will trigger the approval in one app and upon approval.
Arlene? Yeah, when we say here request for supplemental budget, are we specific on the request for materials only? Or does this include the entire budget adjustment coming from the variation order?
Should be all.
Could be all, because if for materials alone, then this could be a separate activity outside of SAP. But if
Both po, materials and civil works as applicable.
then this should come after approval in one app.
So you just need to, which is what is indicated in the process, the approval will be done in one. So you just need to swap the boxes
Okay.
from the. So after variation order, approval one app and then request for supplement budget.
They're changing.
Yeah. Thank you. Is that okay, ma'am?
Or is it just one box? The variation order approval, which includes the request for supplemental budget. And because that's the approval is the outcome of the preview, right?
So we can
And that's
collapse it.
outside the system.
Yes,
Once
ma'am.
you have the approval, then you can process that in SAP. The approval for that will be processed in one app, via one app. So we're good with that. But I don't know whether to put that in 3 boxes makes sense. We just need to get the approval, and that's processed via one app. Once that's completed, it should trigger an up. What's the next item? Once you have the it should trigger the reallocation of budget, which is also a manual process.
Budget adjustment. We do budget adjustment in SAP and release the PR so that whatever changes will be reflected in the current PR and PO.
So after this, what's the next box? What's the next step?
Next step will be assignment of budget in SAP.
Okay, so effecting it in SAP already, right? Whatever was the approved adjustment
Yes.
to effect that in the project budget in SAP.
In the project budget and in PR and PO.
Okay. So yeah. Since this is our all manual, which is what Arlene was saying earlier. Looks the same.
This is the manual staff. And once it is approved,
Technically, we just, the suggestion earlier, we just collapse it to one box. So we remove the
Just remove the
request for supplement budget. We just retain the approval forward.
Is that can remove that okay with the update.
Or baka ito yung PBS.
Yeah, it was just it's for all. If it's for all, then can have just one, but it's just for materials.
Oh, so technically, dalawa pa rin yung manual.
What is this one?
this is coming from the material supplement budget requested.
So for this,
So PBS na siya. So dalawang approval, dalawang
types of
first,
deal.
dalawang types of o approval din na outside one up, outside SAP.
What's the second one, Kat?
PBS, the PBS, what we call the provisional budget, if it's used when there's some movement on the moving MAT of materials. So we are using the 10% contingency approved under the business case, ma'am. So we use that for the PBS. So that's a different form, ma'am, right now. Being emailed.
No one up.
No, it's not. It doesn't have a one-up catalog.
Just email. And I think we're trying to standardize all workflows now. Approval workflows, right?
Yes, if it's going to be under a catalog, then
I'm thinking it in the one app catalog and what's in another category for the PCS.
Okay. There's a formal policy for that right now, right? For the PBS?
For the PBS, siya, can we confirm? Kasi it's part of the 10%.
Or
Actually,
this
sa
practice?
PBS, no, we have draft policy before, but we incorporated the changes in dun sa BOQ, BOM where we allow the 10% contingencies. So, hindi na na-push yung draft policy natin on PBS.
So let's make sure that we formalize that, especially as we go into S4. We need to make sure that all the policies are documented and para what's approved is also complete.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
I'll discuss with Jack if we're going to retain the email or are we going to go to one approach for this.
Better if i-one up na natin para mas matrace natin.
One app. So we'll coordinate with you on the law kasi this has a different law. It's much
Yes. Mhm.
And let's formalize the approvals also. The use of that LOA for PBS. Okay.
So finally just be
You want the second box,
the first yes, the second.
variation order and the approval.
For after the variation order it will go straight to the approval. And then the connection and the PBS will go straight to one app.
If you look at the positions, right, the version of the request for supplemental budget.
Anjali and yeah, team, can I request like once you firm up this process, Anjali, can you just have a meeting with business, so and you create that process in Signavio also, so might be have one meeting with business, Miss Cat and Miss Shah, and you firm up this process, because now it's more of EPPM is not there, and we have more clarity on Manila water process, and there will be a one app process. So once they finalize this, have a meeting with them and form up this process on Signavio side. Yeah.
Yeah, Rupali,
Yeah.
just to note that whether we do a one box pre-approval here or two boxes, it doesn't matter because it happens outside of SAP. So that's the reason why we did not delve much into the details of those boxes, as
Yes.
everything happens before we effect the changes in SAP. So better if we just put it in para how do we say it?
Might be we can say a different color where you are doing
Yeah,
that process outside SAP. We can put it in a
yes,
different color, and you can
and just
put yeah, and whatever in S4
the
we can
connection will be on the updating of budget.
yes.
But also reminder that when we, because part of this entire project is also to produce the updated policies. So we cover processes that are done in SAP, as well as all related processes outside SAP. So let's be prepared. You still have to have that discussion, because later for manual processes that will also be documented to form the complete set of end-to-end processes.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. So now the process flow has been discussed. Shall we go ahead with the system demo? We are logged into Fury again. We will do the entire demo using the Fury apps. First, we wear the hat of a project analyst and we'll set up a project with some WBS elements, our network, and some activities. Then, as a project financial controller, we're going to assign the budget to the project. Then, as a team member, we do the execution of the project. We release the project, do the PR will be auto-generated for the external activities, and the requisition will be auto-generated for the stock materials. Then Penny, my colleague here, will be wearing the hat of a project procurement controller, and she will do the POs and the good receipts for the project that will post on the project. And at the end of the session, again, I'm going to wear the hat of a project financial controller and we'll settle the project to a AUC. Okay? So first, let's start as a project analyst and let's set up a project. So we are in the project builder app and creating a new project here. We use the code and mask. First two letters of the project code will be the project child. Then the next two will be the pillar, and then the sequencing number. So this was a request last time. You rename these. Resolution not clear. It is a presentation with okay. So now, so we have shortened the length of the project profile names WSO, WW, network, EW, and IPC MRP. Then other one is for overhead projects, and the last one is for MEP projects.
O1, O2,
Or yes.
really, I don't know this one. What's the difference from?
Last one, that
Yes.
we are working on a customer project, we are setting up. So that is going to be.
That's not from us. Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's not
Yeah,
ours.
so technically same as what we have requested before. One would the first WS and IP overhead. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
And yeah.
Always. So that means W wastewater, watershed plan, and then so on. Sa network, lahat yung using song. Tapos yung isa, separate, NIP.
NIP.
Yes,
No.
MRP.
Yes. Basta NIP is it.
So clear na natin siya.
Alam ko medyo din namin. And so, may proposal.
So budget profile, planning profile, network profile, all these profile will be automatically populated as soon as you select the project profile. And this is the custom development which has been requested.
Anjali, just a quick question. For the project profile, we noticed that the numbers are not there. So let's say, for example, WSO, WWO.
Memorize mo rin.
Yeah, I think Anjali, it should be like ZMWCI. Based on the KDS, it should be something like it starts with MWCI 001. So it should show MWCI 001. That's the project profile. I'm just looking at the KDS right now. So it should have like MWCI 001 and then the description WSO, WWO, network EW. So the project profile itself, yeah, go to the project profile. Number 10. Yeah, number 10. Yeah, see, you have the project profile MWCI 001, but in your configuration, it only shows description. Is there a way that we can show the profiles itself?
So this is an internal number, and this will not be shown at the screen. When you see the screen, this is the description what you see. If you want to see this internal number as well, then I have to add it here in the screen as well.
It's okay. I'll teach you how to enable it. It's okay. There's a setting in SAP for that one. I'll show it tomorrow to you. Yeah, just turn. Yeah, there's that's one coming from Japs. Turn it on. Turn it on the drop down list. There's a setting on the SAP screen.
That's it. User settings, sir. That user has to show.
And I'll show it to you tomorrow. I'll show it to you.
The request here is before this WSO, WWO, we shall be showing the number 01, 02, 03, 04.
Or just identifier for MWC. Windows, maybe for NEZ, their projects are the last two.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Yeah. So just an identifier that this is for maybe not another type. So we will know that these categories are for MWC usage, and then the last two will be for NEZ.
Okay. Okay.
Easy or NEZ. Any of those. Sorry. ED and NEZ.
And output is just the second. And then the priority setting. So just the
So this is the level 1 WBS which I'm trying to add. So this was one of the requests to make these fields mandatory. Cost centers.
This will have profit center also.
Yes, ma'am. Meron that.
Okay.
Meron that. Profit center. Kailangan yung profit center. So,
Yep.
ang nawala, ma'am, yung mga business area. Wala na siya.
Okay. When I try to save this,
What's the difference of the response cost center to request cost center?
cost centers to different cost centers here. For requesting cost center, who was requested this project. And the responsible who is executing the project. They can be same, they can be different as well. before we put profit center and then cost center. But now we have two cost centers. It was very easy also. We had two cost centers earlier also.
So there's another field for the profit.
Profit center, yes, we have.
Okay, but this is
in addition. This is
so
cost
these
center.
are just for the cost center.
Yes.
Cost center.
So this was requested as one of the validation. Level 1 WBS shall not be account assignment element. So whenever it is checked as account assignment and you try to save, it will throw an error and it will not let you save the project. Bobby sir, it was a request from you. So now if you uncheck this box, only then it will allow you to save. If I try to save it again, project type selected here is not aligned with your project definition coding mask. So you have to select
Yes,
the
that's
code.
the validation that we have. Yeah.
Since the project is a project definition, I have selected as B1 as a project type.
Yeah.
Base element label, you have to select the B1 as a project type. Okay.
Mama
Now
Jali,
yes, yes, sir.
we requested a dash after 2025, 2025-0410. Can it still be accommodated, ma'am? Or
After 2025,
the dash? Ma'am, tama, di ba? So 2025, so B1-SA-2025-0410. Yeah, here we don't have a dash. But
okay, so you want
is it
dash pillar, dash year, dash, okay. Yes, yes, sir, that
is it still possible? Can it still fit? It can still fit there.
so here we are the public surgery.
So now, ma'am, it can be saved because it's compliant. I mean,
Yes, now it can be saved. Remove the account of this checkbox, as well as we have selected the project type as same as your project name.
okay.
Now the second level WBS can be a account assignment element.
Yes.
So this will not be an error, but project type has to be same as P1. If I try to save it
Okay.
again,
So what? So that particular configuration of Ma'am Jali, if account assignment element is not ticked, we cannot settle at that level of the WPS.
yes, right.
We cannot charge at the level of that WPS. So that means we cannot charge in level 1. We can only charge in level 2.
Cannot charge it, we cannot settle it.
Correct. Correct. Ma'am Ran, yun po yan. So, hindi na tayo.
Yeah,
Wait.
oo. Yan
Yes
din
po.
ang ano natin request.
Okay. Po. So yun, Ma'am Anjali added it po dun sa validation, ma'am. So kailangan ma-tick yan. We need to tick this box, tick this, or untick it at level 1 before ma-save, or else it won't be saved, which I think it's okay.
Robbie,
Po, po.
Anjali, hindi ba is it automatic, by default, naka-tick na ba siya?
Opo. Sa ECC, ganun ma'am.
What was the question?
Ano daw yung tanong?
From me lang. So, sorry. So, just to confirm, the cost centers and profit centers here are just for demo purposes, no? But I guess moving forward, if okay with PMG, SAMG, and CAC, because we redesigned the how profit centers and cost centers are used. So, as we move to S4, we'll probably align lang on how will be looped. My team will be looped in para we're aligned on how profit centers and cost centers will be used moving forward.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Hopefully, Gab,
Mm-hmm.
we request like ano no, parang cheat sheet for reference. And then para din is din matype nila cat sa system. Siguro. Ganun na lang.
All right. Yep. We can do that as well. Okay.
Parang mapping.
Since we going to settle this level 2 WBS, so we need to assign the investment profile, which will auto-generate the AUC.
Anjali, here. So when we input the investment profile, at that point, there is already an auto-generated AUC asset number.
It will not generate immediately, but it will generate with the project name.
Okay.
Only for those WBS where investment profile is assigned. If the investment profile is not assigned to a particular WBS, it will not generate a AUC for that WBS.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So even if the budget is not yet released, does it have to do with the release of the budget? No.
It has to do with the release of the project. Project. When you release it, it will generate an AUC.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So as if no, we are just setting up the project. So we are entering all the necessary information which is required to successfully execute the project. So that was for level 2 WBS. Let me create a network under the level 2 WBS.
Anjali, sorry, I chat here again. Per project, will there be only one automatically generated AUC, or is it possible that every WBS, when released separately, will create a separate AUC asset?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, that will be possible. And that's how we control through assigning the investment profile. I will show you once again. So we have two WBS as of now. At level 2 WBS, I have assigned the investment profile. It will generate an AUC for this level 2 WBS. But at level 1 WBS, I don't have the investment profile, so it will not generate any AUC for level 1. Similarly, at level 2, if I have multiple WBS elements here, the one where you are going to assign the investment profile, you will have the AUC only for those WBS. If the investment profile is not assigned, there will be no AUC for those WBS.
Okay. Thank you.
That answer your questions? Assigning a network. creating an internal activity to assign the material component. We can do it from here as well. So we assign the internal activity, we assign external activity from here. We can do it from here as well. Or we can do it, we select the project network and create a activity from here. Both the ways it is possible. So last time there was a request when we are creating an external process activity, if we can default the material group and the purchase group. As of now, I have defaulted to M01 and P001. If you want a different material group and the purchase group, we can do that as well. Maybe once you have the config available with you, we can see which material group or purchase group we want to default to. Okay.
Does that cover the requirements of NIP? Because I think they're the ones struggling with that.
For NIP, ma'am, yes, it's also the same. But for the structure of the naming, we changed it. But it's also the same, ma'am, the process.
Okay. And it's clear here there's no more IO for NIP.
Wala na
Yes.
pa.
Okay. Have we addressed how to what kind of relief we can provide? Because I know like creation of the project structure can be very tedious. Is there any improvement when we go to S4?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Can you please come up with your question?
I understand that the creation of the project structure, going down to all these WBS details, can be very tedious. So, is there any relief or improvement when we go to S4?
No, ma'am. It remains the same as ECC.
No, okay. No improvement there.
We
I
still
thought
use
S4 is supposed to have like even AI, whatever capabilities, and we're supposed to have efficiencies. So are we saying there's nothing to offer for PS?
for PS, ma'am, we are still going to use the project builder app.
Back.
For creating the project and we don't have any.
Just a follow-up question on that one, Anjali. Aren't we going to use or utilize project templates, the standard projects like standard WBS, standard network, and standard activities?
Project templates will be there. We can just copy the project templates will be there. Do you use project templates as of now? You don't use project templates?
Specific WBS, we load one and then we was there a lot of deadline items. Going to detail on our difference.
So we've been doing this for years now and we're not changing anything even as we make an investment and change to S4. We'll still do the same way we're doing this for years.
For S4, we have come up with a lot of performance improvement. Maybe the stream, the way we are creating the project has been same, but the performance has been improved a lot with S4. So
Sorry, the proponent. Say that
performance,
again. The performance is what?
performance has improved a lot. The way we create a project, it will be a very quicker way. It will not be like you have to wait for long. If it is a long project, you're making some changes on the project, you have to wait for 2, 4, 5 minutes. It will be quicker in S4. The performance has improved.
I think another improvement, Ma'am Ana, is the project categorization or naming because we have already agreed on the proper naming so we can categorize them in terms of reports, which one is the project A, B, B1, B2. We also corrected the definitions of each project types. So I think that can improve
That would
also.
help. Yeah, that should help. But what are the pain points now? Have we? Because I know like settlements can take time. Creation takes time.
Creation updating of settlement rules. Yeah, actually, it's the very tedious
It
stage.
is. So has there been any uh has there been any solution raised for those?
For
I'm hearing
settlement,
nothing.
for settlement rule, ma'am.
For PS, ma'am, I think even when we were doing in EAM, there were a lot of questions as to how SAP can fit our requirements. That's why we scope portfolio management, project and portfolio management in SAP for this particular project because of it wasn't able to meet the requirements of the team. So for this one, ma'am, this is I think this is the best that we can get make use of S4 that will benefit the Manila Water Authority. Kasi even po NECs clearly covered din po when we did the process improvements.
Yep. I think it's one thing that we have to identify our requirements and make the necessary improvements on how to make our processes more efficient, like standardizing categories and all that. But uh, from the from the tool itself, SAP S4 HANA, I was hoping there would be something that would help users like us make our lives make our work easier because again I know that from my team uh there's always this feedback that when you have to deal with WBS, whether settlement creation, it takes it's tedious and it takes a lot of time.
When we compare the PS S4 and PCs, it's mostly the same. But I think the difference here is more on not typing the repos. It's easier to navigate. That's the only item that you see the significant improvement. But in terms of the inputs from the CC and
Same.
yes, ma'am. And then we also explored the other module, I like the other like the planning, etc. But there are limitations that for example for the planning, it's still easier for us to use MS and P6 for the planning set.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. I think we can proceed.
Okay, thanks, ma'am. So now I'm trying to add up materials to an internal activity. We can still do it the traditional way. Middle is a stock item. A sample project has been created with a project, WBS element, and internal activity, external activity, and the material component has been assigned to a internal activity. Service procurement, we are not seeing today. Service procurement we will see next time. Now the entire structure has been created. I will jump to a project financial controller role and assign some budget to the project.
Right. The other, like having an Excel file of below directly paid in terms of the input of materials, but it creates some error. To Can we still do that here or we much input in?
Miss Kat, hindi ka namin masyadong marinig from the call.
May na-rejected ako. Hindi daw.
Hindi namin narinig man lang.
Hindi daw.
I'm assigning a very small amount of budget to the project just to check when we release the project. It will all the PR which are generated on the project will check against the assigned budget, and if the budget is not sufficient, it will throw an error. Okay.
What are we doing now?
We are releasing the project now. So just to check if the budget which has been assigned, a budget check is triggered.
And who performs that?
Project analyst.
No, for budget release.
Budget
Under
release.
CAPEX po,
No,
Miss
no.
Ana.
That's the
Under CAPEX po, CAC po. Sila PAC, Miss Ana.
Okay.
Project
But the
release.
assignment, so the creation of the project is Portman. The assignment of the budget is also another person in Portman, correct?
Sorry, ma'am. Can you please come with your question?
I think what you've shown us so far is the creation of the budget structure of the project structure.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I was just trying to ask the group who is performing that, because the PS analyst is from Portman. Is that correct, Robbie?
Ma'am, PS analyst po natin sila Miss Kat, sila Miss I from SAMG.
From SAMG.
From Ames. Apo, Ames.
Okay.
Apo.
So once the budget, once the project structure is created, it needs to be
Created.
loaded with budget, right? You need to load budget.
Apo,
And the loading of the
Apo.
budget is done by
CAC
sila
po.
CAC na po. Apo. CAC na.
so
CAPEX
from
po, Miss
Apo.
Ana.
okay, and the releasing also.
Yes po.
But where's Rodney in this process? Rodney, saan ka rito?
External ano pa rin tayo, ma'am.
Approval. Sa
We'll
DC
do everything pa
approval.
rin outside SAP, ma'am.
So what's the basis of CAC for the budget, for the loading of the budget, the approved business case?
We still use, ma'am, the external BTF as basis for the
loading of the
yes,
budget.
ma'am.
We don't have the
approval
control
of SEER and the loading of
Yeah.
the budget.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Got it. And then releasing also by CAC. Okay, go ahead.
So I had assigned a very small amount of budget on the project. None of the project commitments we have already created on the project is consuming only 90% of the budget. That's why we see a warning. The way we have configured the system, if 90% of the budget is consumed, it will trigger a warning. And if the 100% budget is already consumed, it will show you an error. So as of now, it is consuming only 90% of the budget. So you see a warning. You still want to save? I will say no. So you see the warning is here. Budget is almost exhausted.
And is that 90% fixed or repeated?
It's fixed. 90% budget is fixed. So that's the conflict. So that's how we have configured the system. For 90% consumption, it will show a warning. And beyond 90% consumption, then it will start showing error.
Yes, sir. Yun po nilagay natin. Gusto niya pa rin. 90%.
The process of requesting the supplement budget will come into picture, and outside SAP, the supplement budget will be requested using Yuvan app. It will be approved, and once it is approved, the approved amount will be assigned in SAP by the project financial controllers.
Who uses the 90% reminder?
Right now,
For the team, who requested and who's using that 90% flag?
We cannot release if it's over 9.
No. The 90% flag is for consumption, correct? No, Mama Jali. This is the one that, and we have a RISF to send an email. Is that correct, ma'am?
yes, please.
Yes. I can't. Yeah, but that setting kasi the 90% is upon transaction. It shows up on the screen. Is that correct, Ma'am Anjali?
Yes, sir. 90% warning will be shown up on the screen. On 100% error, it will trigger an email.
So
when will it pop out?
So okay. Ma'am Anjali, you want to take that? So for example, if I do a goods issuance now, what will happen? And it's already 90%.
Okay.
Who will get the pop-up?
On the email, 90% will be the 90% will be the warning.
Sorry.
Warning.
A warning? Yeah. If
So when you release the project, even at that point in time, you will get the pop-up of for the warning. If you are allowed, then only it will go for a purchase requisition creation. If you don't allow the way I have cancelled, it will not create a purchase requisition.
Mm-mm. Ah,
So
okay.
from the time you're loading the budget,
It's at any given time, Ma'am Ana.
any given time that you want to create a PR.
No, well, what Anjali is saying that so when we once we create the PS code, and then we put the budget, no, and then we release, and then magka-create na siya ng PR. So if the PR is 90% of the total budget already, it will pop up with a warning.
So during
So,
PR.
so that's the first. And then question ko po kay Ma'am Anjali is, so Ma'am Anjali, so will there be another pop-up that 90% has been consumed when an SES is submitted? Or is there, when will it pop up?
You got that point time as well, Robbie sir, but it will be to the person who is submitting the SES. It will be to the person, but here itself, when you are releasing the project, you have already the warning and you
Correct.
have allowed. That's why it allowed you to create a PR.
Oh, so every time a document is saved, so it will warn you that 90% consumed at well, PR release, at PO release. No, is it like that, Ma'am? No.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So even in the PR, you will get the same warning.
Anjali, at 95%, I will still get that notification.
Yeah.
For every
Yes.
98.
For every time we hit a save on any document, we will get the warning. So that's why it's off in ECC.
So in warehouse, there's 90% once a goods issue. But that's a flag on the warehouse, so it doesn't flag
Yes, every
anybody.
time they perform a goods issuance, it will pop up. It will warn. By KDS, we switched it on.
It's a warning. It doesn't say
Warning.
any. Okay. It doesn't have any decision rights. Okay.
What will happen if the award form annually had is from the PSA?
If you have a higher amount on the previous one, and some budget. First, it will not allow you to create a PR.
It will warn all the time, Ma'am Ana. It will warn all the time. The way we set it up.
So anything unawarded, even at material level. But teka lang, material level.
For specific material, mas mataas pa dun sa budget dun sa award.
Paano sa material? Mataas yung deficit sa award. Which is sa BOM.
Kasi ang item, one meron sa nabibigay. Concerning the cost of procurement side chain, yes.
Initially, we factored our budget on the BOM so eventually the award was higher than the budget. There are beside them, pero nakabulk kayo, di ba? That's specific to the project naman, di ba?
For what we feel.
So, MAP pa rin ang mag-aano sa amin.
PR yung kasi nakabulk. There isang project, 20 lang yung quantity. Dito na siya binibili ng 20 lang yung quantity. Kami siya, sa project lang binibili namin siya, kami yung record sa binibili. Tapos yung cost namin, pero yung PR ng isa na. Isa sa project, ano yung record. Kami siya ma'am, kung per project, magkasama-sama yung per project. Pero ang budget kasi is per ano pa din. Kasi constitutions pa lang namin. Kahit po 3 hours din lang.
Or unless ma-change, like sinabi ni Mama, na upon purchase siya. Kasi ang budget namin, nakaway sa FA. So, technically.
Actually, hindi na pa-mother ng registers. Kasi hindi Hindi pa rin
At
yung
ang average moving price. Doon kami Tapos, gumagalaw lang si budget kung kakailanganin yung 10% contingency. Pero not sure on the award of materials first. Parang technically may reduce back and ano pa rin, yung average moving price. Actually, I'm not sure right now how the materials are being awarded. Kung are they basing the budget based on the BOM or basing the budget based on market scan, based on the average moving price pa kaya?
No, for project, police na sa BON na policy. Pero yung quantity is, study ko as much. So, mapowder yung PR namin, ang mga talaga.
Alam ko average moving price.
Kasi, yung average or anything.
Gas tama. Gas purchase or moving average.
It's just the basis of procurement and incentive for the leader. So, kaya kung minsan na
Dapat basis
that's why we have market 10% contingency. Para may pag-over. Then we change na lang. Obviously, the
Kasi quantity lang kami. Ang TS mo yun, nasa quantity lang. Ng materials Wala siyang ini-input na budget for materials Diba? Tama ka? Wala kang ini-input na budget for materials.
Sa amin, ma'am, wala. But,
Pero when we go down the list of materials, dun sila nag-divide price. That's why we're asking for supplemental budget.
So, parang wala naman.
Dadaan lang din siya dun sa process na yun. Kasi process remains the same. If the budget is not sufficient, then we process PBH.
So, we can only bring in release.
We can hardly hear some of your conversations.
So, technically, Ma'am Ana, the question is on the material side. Where will be the basis of the award cost? Because at the PS level, what we know is that we just input the quantities. But SCMG is asking what happens right now if the award cost is higher than the approved, than the assumed BOM line item for the materials. So that's the current question.
Yeah. Well, wait, hold on. You don't just input quantity on the WBS because the WBS will ask you for quantity and price, right? Because that's how we can
No price, ma'am, for PS module.
But there's an allocation of budget.
Ma'am, if it's owner supplied, that's what Ms. Kat is saying. But if it's an outright material, the non-inventory, you'll include the amount. So yun ma'am, wala silang ini-include for materials, for inventory items. So it's dependent on the MEP.
So for inventory items that are forming up as part of the materials for that project, there is a different process, you're saying. So, because for services and non-inventory items, the loading of the budget will be the quantity and the amount, or just the amount?
The quantity and the amount lang.
Quantity and amount. So, and then what do you do when there is owner supplied materials? How do you load? What do you do? And what gets loaded for
Anjali?
budget?
When we
Miss Kat, pa-explain na lang natin kay Anjali. Anjali, can you walk us through on how the budget take up for an owner supplied or an inventory item? How is the budget? What's the budget checking? At what point are the budget checking is being done if we're just encoding just the material, the quantity?
This issue, ma'am. This issue.
I think what we did for the chlorine. Yeah.
Yes.
When we go to the sample.
So Anjali, your answer was at the point in time that you create the project and you have an internal, there's no budget check.
You go to internal activity.
Yes.
Sorry, what was the answer?
There's no budget
Hi, ma'am.
check. Kay Anjali tayo magpasagot, Kat. Anjali, at the point in time of data entry screen, let's say it's an inventory. So it's an inventory which in our lingo, it's owner supplied. So if I encode water meter quantity 10, what will the budget, will there be a budget checking? Say it's 1,000, worth 1,000 from an MAP.
Oh, no, at this point in time, no budget check will happen at this point in time.
Can you speak louder, please?
Anjali, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So you are asking when we are creating a stock item for a project, if we're loading those stock items on the project, and when the budget check will happen for those stock items. That was the question?
Yes.
So at this point in time, when we are just loading the stock items, at that point in time, budget check will not happen. When we release the project, at that point in time, only the budget check will happen. At the time load, it will not happen.
So at the time of budget release, it will check.
Project release, when the project release, at that point in time, budget check will happen.
Okay, so that preference in terms of amount will be based from MAP, right? Because Ms. Kat is saying that they're just entering quantity. So system-wise, you multiply it with the MAP, right? And then another point will be on goods issuance. So to Ms. Kat's point, Ms. Kat ko, so if it's 0 at that point in time because it's a new material and they plan it out as 100, but procurement bought it at 200, there is another round of checking, right? So it'll be check at the goods issuance that it's 200. You'll book the actual as 200.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so
going back to my question, upon budget loading for owner supplied materials, what budget do we put or do we allocate for owner supplied materials during budget loading? Statistical. Ganun ba yun?
Diba yung kung ano yung nasa BOM, correct mo ko ma'am, Miss Kat. Kung ano yung nasa BOM, di ba, may prices. Basically, ma'am, ang ginagamit niya is yung sa map. So, kung ano yung current map ng material at the time,
Because at the time they were approved their business case, there's an amount, there's a budget there that includes the 10%. So,
Yes,
so regardless of how much you end up with your MAP,
Yes.
with your
Mag-
biddings and all that. You're only allowed up to the amount you were given, you were approved. So
Yes.
that amount is what needs to be reflected in the WBS elements when you create the project structure.
Mm.
You don't even need to put the 10% and trigger it. Just put the amount.
Yeah.
And if you breach it, that's when you ask for additional budget. So make sure, how do we make sure that that's how the process is? And then again, an open item is whether I don't think we should wait for goods issuance to consume budget. So it should be upon goods receipt. But that's an open item that we need to resolve offline.
Robbie, if ever, no, let's put that as an open item. But confirming, that at PS module side, for inventory materials,
No budget,
only quantity.
just
Yes, ma'am.
quantity.
Only,
So essentially, you don't know what the amount is.
no, ma'am, no idea yet. So only ano, from the conversations around us, we will only know the total budget after release. So, but we, I don't know, we don't see it already at the PS
Ano,
side.
after release of the budget,
Anjali, right?
After release of it.
After the release of the budget daw, ma'am, from Anjali.
which is something that you can view after. So you put the quantity, and then CAC will release the budget, and then from there you should be able to view what is the corresponding cost. Is that what's happening now?
Right now, actually, ma'am, we don't know the total. If I don't know, we can only just confirm for this, I don't know, non-inventory.
For non-inventory,
But-
it is the case, but for inventory, okay. I think let's just cover that. Anyway, Kat, we have the open item related to the timing of consuming budget. So let's tackle that question when we have that conversation.
Yeah. Miss Anna, Miss Anna and Miss Kat, I just do a clarification question siguro kay Anjali. Anjali, just to add on this one, maybe you can show us, or maybe you can do a process wherein what will happen if it's an inventory item versus a non-inventory item. What will be the effect on the budget side? So if you do inventory item or stock item, what will happen? And then for non-inventory, if you go to the procurement type, non-inventory, what will happen? How the budget will react based on those types?
Yes, Mr. Sir, we can do that kind of a scenario.
Sige.
Okay.
Yun lang Miss Anna at saka Miss Kat. Kasi sa tinitrigger kasi may trigger yan ng procurement eh. May inventory, kung inventory siya, i-check niya kung saan yung price. Usually moving average price yan. Usually pag non-stock item, yung item na may price na nilagay mo doon sa material component, yun yung magiging basis ng budget check. Pero let's ask Anjali to show it to us so that we can have a clear idea. Okay? Anjali, you can present that one. Thank you.
Yeah, later, sir. But we have some agenda for today, so we have to complete that agenda. And we're left with just 1 hour. I will set up a separate session just for this budget check, where we can see the inventory and non-inventory item and how it affects the budget. We can do one session separately just for this budget check. I'm going ahead with the release of the project. So you see that project has been released, the status has been changed. As we have assigned a AUC investment profile at the level 2 WBS element. So AUC has been generated. You can see the status change to AUC. Level 1 WBS, we didn't have any investment profile. So there is no AUC. See that? For the external processing activity, as soon as the project is released, a requisition has been created. PR has been created. And similarly, for your stock material, a reservation has been created. Now, since we have the PR and the reservation for the project created, I would request my colleague Fanny to take up the role of project procurement controller and do.
Ma'am Anjali, quickly, can we look at the AUC that was automatically created?
So when we do the settlement, then only the role will be assigned to the AUC. When we start the first settlement, periodic
Oh,
settlement.
you can show us the auto-generated AUC yet.
I will show you.
Yeah.
So, good afternoon, everyone. So, just need to. Okay. I'm just starting from reservation first. There's just but this is a share screen. Meeting this thing. Share my screen. So, you create already reservations just okay. So just now, Anjali already created for the reservation, so we need to do the goods issue. Okay, so for the chlorine materials to the project, right? So how can I get the information? What is the reservation number if I don't know the reservation number in the system? So you can go to this report, you can execute the reservation list, then you can filter the data. For example, I would like to filter by the plan code, which is the MWSO. Sorry, which screen is this right now?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't able to follow. Anjali, are we showing the reservation or an AUC? Because I was because the question of Robbie earlier is how to show the AUC, so I was expecting the AUC. So this one is another topic.
Yeah. So, sir, Robbie, sir, what I have responded to Robbie, sir, I will be showing that AUC because Penny is demonstrating AU reservations as a thing. Yes.
Okay. So we
Yeah.
So we go with Ma'am Fanny. Yeah. Let's go with Ma'am Penny now, and then we can probably show AUC later.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Okay, let me
Okay.
continue. Yeah.
Okay, go Ma'am Penny. Okay.
So right now, how can I get the reservation number from the project? Because I would like to issue out some of the materials to the project. So you can go to this report, the reservation list inventory management, and you can filter the data by the movement type and also by the plan code. So for the movement type, it should be 281. So I will fill in the 281 here, and the plan code is a MWSO. Then after that, we can execute. And this is the reservation we have. This is all the open reservations we have. Currently, if you look at here, the requirement date is on the 2nd of April. It means this is new requirement from the PS. And we would like to issue up these reservations. We would like to perform the goods issue for this reservation number, right? Okay, so I will copy the reservation number. Then I'll go to another screen. I will use this very apps. We call it the post goods movement. And we need to change the transaction type to goods issue. And we need to change to reservations because we would like to goods issue with reference to the reservation number. Then we can add the reservation number here. Okay, so after that you can click OK. Click OK, it means this is ready to issue, right? And now we are going to pick up the stock from this location, which is the MWSO 5M. If you don't know which locations have to be used to issue out your items, then you can go to the stock material reports. We have another report, we call it is stock materials.
Who performs this?
Me.
No,
Warehouse, ma'am. Warehouse.
Okay, so the
warehouse.
warehouse.
Yeah.
This is the husband.
Wait, Penny, before you commit that goods issuance, can somebody show the budget report? So it will be shown what is the commitment item and how will it look like once you post the goods issuance.
Sure.
Just a second.
Jing, while we're waiting, the creation of the WBS for an inventoriable item automatically triggers a reservation?
Yes, ma'am. Once the budget is released, the PR and the reservations are created going to MM.
Automatically?
Yes, ma'am, upon release.
And then PO will be generated based on
PR naman, ma'am.
Based on PR and the available stock. Stock availability.
For materials, they are doing the analysis.
Mm-hmm. So it's
And
not
then
automatic, right? It's not
it's not automatic, ma'am.
to PO.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now we're gonna see now in the budget report the expectation based on how they configured it. The reservation will not consume the budget, but it's upon goods issue.
Yes, ma'am. That's what we're planning to show before we commit any amount. So yung tanong ma'am kanina makita natin dun sa data.
Okay. Which is what we'll try to change. The locations for projects, are they statistical locations only in SAP, or are they physical locations managed by SEM supply chain? Or regardless, they are managed by supply chain?
Ma'am, as per design, there is a specific SLOC for project as per design.
But
So
is that a
systematic.
that's not a physical location, right? So how do you track the physical location?
Okay. 2020.
The I think si Velvet, hindi si RJ dapat nandito.
We have virtual plan for project materials, then SLOC for actual plan, actual warehouse location.
Virtual plant. So not SLOC. The SLOC are actual locations.
Yes, ma'am.
But in S4, we will migrate so that the physical location is where the plant is. So wala nang virtual plant. I think in the SLOC, you will have unrestricted, you have project, you have damage. So you will have that virtual stored location for project. But that virtual will be under the plant where the physical location is.
Yes.
Kasi ma'am, yung ngayon, nakasang planta lang sila for WHPR. So, centralized lang yung numbers niya ngayon. Ilalagay siya kung nasa zero na yung project material or nasa pinugay, dun mo na makikita yung project material.
But it will be both virtual and actual?
The plant is the physical location.
The plan
And
is
then
the physical location. The SLOC
yes, ma'am.
is
The SLOC will
project
be
virtual.
the virtual. So you have unrestricted. It might be at the lobby. So it might be at the stockyard. Or, ma'am, yun po yung design ng SLOC. So parang quality at saka usage yung design ng SLOC.
And to differentiate projects via
Yes,
SLOC.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So it's earmarked in the system so you can pick it up during goods issuance.
Is that
So they
clear
can-
for is that clear for supply chain? No issues there. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So ma'am, they has a report where we can see the budget, actual committed and the plan.
Where is it? Can you point?
So this is the budget, which is assigned on the project as of now. This is the commitment, which is there on the project. And this is the available budget.
Jolly, can you expound the WBS? There's a the arrow, right? Yeah, click that one. Click it further. Yeah.
Where is that 91 from? What
From
triggered
the
91?
External activity. There was an external activity on the project.
So this clearly says that I don't have any commitment item for the material.
Oh, how can I say that? There's commitment item for 91.
Can you double click the 91 so that we can see what is that? So
sure.
the commitment item is 91. So what transaction is that 91?
Yeah, I will show you that. From this item, it is coming as mentioned. Not from the material.
Where does it show?
Can you open the PR? That's the 91, ma'am. And
It's
it's
not-
the PR number.
That PR is not for material.
Yes, ma'am. It's for the external services. So,
So the
whatever's being
reservation does not create.
commitment in the budgeting.
Yeah, which is what we want.
Open the PR.
So, Penny, you can post the reservation, the goods issuance from reservation.
Let me show you where the 90 pesos coming from. So actually this is coming from the PR. So this is your PR number. So this is your PR number. Okay, so it's showing right now. So if you look at here, this is your PR, just 124. 124. And this is 124. So it's coming from here. If you go to the valuation tab, you will be able to see the valuation price is 91. So this 91 actually will consume the budget under commitment items. So if you look at the budget report just now, okay. So this is your budget plan. Your budget plan is a 10,000 and 100, and then you have a commitment items 91. So this 91 is coming from the PR. So let's say if you have in future, yeah, let's say if in the future you have any additional PR created under this network, it will be increased. So the value in here actually will increase.
And that PR is from the reservation.
Not from the reservation, but from the PR, from the purchase requisitions.
Ma'am, that's external services. That PR is for external services po.
Okay. No, we're looking for the materials, right? So there's nothing for materials. Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
Even after doing the reservation.
No, we didn't do the reservation.
No, we haven't
No,
done
even we haven't posted a goods issuance against reservation, ma'am.
Yes.
No, not the goods issuance, but the
But
creation
the
of
reservation itself. Okay.
did
Yes, ma'am,
not
wala po.
trigger any consumption
No,
Yes.
reservation
or a
will not-
commitment
Yeah, reservation actually will not trigger any commit. Will not trigger
Correct,
or will not.
correct.
Yeah, unless after you perform the goods issue, then system will consume the budgets.
Okay.
Okay. So now if you look at here, I would like to pick up the stock from MWSO 5M.
And what is the storage location code? The storage location code is a W001. So this is the storage location code, and this is the storage location description, right? So now I would like to consume the stock from W001, and this is the storage locations description. But if you want to know what is the storage location code, then you can go to details below here. If you open the detail data under the where tab, you will be able to see the storage location code. Yeah, and this is the storage location descriptions. Okay. After you tick the OK checkbox in here, it means you are ready to post the goods issue. But if you forget to tick the OK checkbox, then you post the good issue, system will not generate any documents. Okay. Then I will post right now. So make sure if you want to post the goods issue, you have to tick the OK checkbox.
But that's the same as how we do it now.
Yes, this is the same that you are doing right.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'm opening the reservations. Not in the project. I need to close this first.
So from here, there are no changes to the process when we go to S4.
Yeah, there is no changes to the process when you move to S4. Yeah.
For materials, right? Because services, we have SES.
Yes, for the material standpoint, there is no changes at all.
So while waiting for the screen, are we good with that? Don't you have any pain points on the materials processing for projects?
Ma'am, I would like to highlight something. For the meter, you'll have to trail down on a per serial number fence because it will be used by ISU. So I think that's the difference here, ma'am. And I'm not sure if it's efficient. So if they're going to issue 100 meters to a project, they will have to identify all of those 100 serial number as part of the goods issuance. So I think that's the new one here for goods issuance po.
Just for meters. For some reason, I think I have a recent discussion with Robbie. Can't recall what specific to meters, but I can't recall.
For meters?
Yeah, for meters, Robbie.
Wait. Meron kasi tayo, what we wanted kasi is parang to be able to sort of
track the location.
Yung sa stock, for project stock, meron tayo nun. So to be able to have some sort of parang when the PS is created, the materials listed there will be listed as project stock already when they sit in the inventory. So, but still to be issued. That one we still need to talk about. So actually, Ma'am Penny, Ma'am Anjali, is there a configuration wherein? So right now, no. So we put the materials as stock materials, and then they create reservations. So reservations, it won't be charged to the project until they're issued. So we still want that kind of configuration where the materials need to be issued, but we need to somehow be able to tag those materials upon project creation that they are for this project already. Some sort of it's already committed to the project. Is there a configuration like that to be able to support that?
I have.
So
Which-
for example,
Stories will be time to consume your.
yeah.
Check this configuration. Sure about it?
Let me go back. We will check first. We'll get back to you for this case.
Okay, ma'am. So it's still hopefully it's going to be still two step. So for example, I have 3 projects. For example, they all need let's say they all need meters, no? So 10 meters each, all in all 30 meters need to be bought. So yes, 30 meters will be bought, but we already know once we goods receive those meters that it's for this project, project A, project B, project C. But then we still need to do an issuance step for it to be charged to the project. Is there such a configuration? Something like